Hello everyone, welcome to the live streams of Global Trade Live, and today is 28th May, last day of the week and last day of the month, you can say, because only one day will be there on the next week. So let's just get started without wasting any time. So today is Friday, so really need to be very careful about the trade today. So let's see what do we got here. Okay. So gonna analyze this in here in MetaTrader, and then we will be marking few levels on the trading view terminal. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so looks like the weekly time frame is currently at this resistance over here, right? And so yeah, this time frame is currently at the resistance over here, and if we draw a zone, then this is the zone over here in the weekly. Let's see what do we have here. Okay, so let's just go to the 4-hour here and let's just see how we can trade today. Really need to go all the way to the left. Okay, so by looking at the 4-hour here, as we can see that this is the clean area over here according to the 4-hour, and right now the market is at really strong resistance right now. So it has reached all the way to the upside to the resistance zone over here. So now what do we do here? So let's just go and mark recent level of resistance and support levels in the daily. So this was the resistance level in the daily time frame because price was rejecting this area from a very long time, and most likely this will be the support level in the daily time frame. So now what the market did was, yesterday the candle, this big candle, just crossed above this level over here and broke above this level over here. So currently it's kind of above the resistance zone, which has turned out to be a support now. So if we look on the left, let's just go here to the left. Okay, so if we look to the left over here, we had this wick rejection here. So I have just draw a zone to the wick rejection because I think this wick need to be filled, and this is around 55 pips of range here. So if we just switch back to 4-hour, let's see what we got in 4-hour. So 4-hour is kind of consolidating right now, and it's kind of, just right now it's just doing nothing. It has just created a resistance at this point and has created a support here, but because it has just rejected multiple times here. So if we go to the 1 hour time frame, let's see what do we have in the 1 hour. Okay, so by looking at the 1 hour, this is a resistance level over here, and this is a support level over here. So what the market is doing, it's just respecting this level over here, and it's just respecting this level over here. So really need to, see a break above 156.014 to fill the wick in the weekly time frame and in the daily time frame. So that will be the idea for GBP JPY, I think, and that will be a good idea. So we can look for buys above 156.041, and let's go to the 30 minutes over here, and let's see what do we have here. Okay, so 30 minutes, in 30 minutes let's just adjust these levels. So look, no candle has just closed below 155.805 level, and no candle has just closed above 156.038. So if we just go to the left, then let's see, what do we see? The thing is, there's a huge, that price came in, let's see, I think few years back. Really need to go all the way back, because there's really nothing on the left in the smaller time frames, and it will take time here. Okay, let's just squeeze it more. Okay, so I think this is not the level. Oh, so there is no history at this point. Alright, let's see. 153.237. Let's see where the price is right now. 155. Okay, so we need to go more back, but the thing is, there is no history after this point. Okay. Hello PS Gore, good morning. PS Gore, I'll be sending you 1 or 2 files today. So yeah, and I'll be adding you on the Discord channel today also. So any analysis you will be doing, just send it on the Discord channel directly, and I'll be reviewing that, and I'll be telling you your mistakes, and if you do good, then I'll be appreciating your analysis also. So yeah, because really need to set up these things really fast, because need to go further in life. So these are the start points. Okay, so now what do we know about the price right now? Let's just do one thing. Let's just delete all the unnecessary lines from here, and let's just focus on what do we have. And okay, so looks like GJ was just consolidating, right? And it was consolidating from Asian session to pre-London session, and it's still consolidating here. So if we talk about the trade analysis for today, then I think, let's see here, then I think, because we really have nothing on the left, we don't have anything from the left, but the one thing we know, that in the daily time frame, in this daily time frame over here, if this candle, today's candle, breaks above the high of the previous day's candle, let me just do one thing here. Let me just put this line on the high of the previous day. So what do we get here is this exact thing over here. And let's just take this thing. Okay, yeah, now it's good. Okay, so what now I'm planning is, let's wait for a break and close above this level to execute buys. because on the daily time frame, let's go back here, because in the daily time frame, if we look at the left, let's go to the left here. Okay, so if we look at the left, currently we are right now here, right? And this is the wick from the left. When this candle just wicked up and came all the way down, the market came all the way down, right? So right now what we can see is that right now we are in a bullish momentum, right? We are moving up and we are approaching a resistance at this point. So by looking at this information we have here, we can anticipate that we might just fill this wick over here with momentum, right? But if we need to fill this wick from the left in the daily time frame or in the weekly time frame, because in the weekly time frame we also have this wick to fill. Let me just take this thing all the way down in the weekly, and let's just go back in the daily. Let's just adjust this line over here. Yeah, so what you can see here is that the filling of the wick has also been initiated from yesterday, right? The yesterday move up was an initiative for the wick fill in the weekly time frame, and now we are about to fill the wick in the daily time frame also. So what I'm thinking is GBP JPY can possibly break above 156.077 area, and then it can just starts to move up again. So that will be the idea. My bias will be for buys today, and in case of sells, let's just talk about the sells also. Let's see. Okay, so there is literally nothing here. Okay, let's go to the 1 hour. Okay, so in the 1 hour time frame, what do we see here? Is this area. This is around 10-16 pips area. So let's go here in the 15 minutes. Let's see if we can just have something. Okay. Okay, so I'll wait for a candle to break and close above this area over here to continue moving up, because we have a wick to fill from on the left, and so yeah, that will be the idea for today. We'll be only looking for buys above this level over here, and if we start to go down, then most likely we have this area over here. So right now just consolidating between these two zones over here and doing nothing. So I think good buys will be above 156.055. Let me just give these some labeling. So this is our no trade zone here, and we can have buys above this area. Hello Nishchal, how are you? GJ trade, no, I also missed the trade like Raja. Actually, I was looking at his goal thing yesterday. He was talking about. So I just literally went into that thing, and when I just look at the GJ, it just flew up. So missed this trade over here. Really, we were just waiting through the London session, and we know that GJ will be moving up, And I also told you that there is so much of consolidation, and when the GJ will be moving up, it will be moving with extreme high volume. That same thing happened, but I didn't took the trade. But no problem. Let's just find a trade. I actually took a trade in GJ. Where did I took that trade? Let me just check. I think, yeah, here. I took this trade here when this candle just came back. So we had this something here. Yeah, we had this level of resistance here. So when this candle just reversed back and closed bearish, then I was waiting for a candle to break above this area over here, this area. And when the next candle just broke above this area, I just booked 10 pips, and it just went all the way up. It just went, I think, 60-70 pips more up from my trade. Almost 80-90 pips. So at that point I was thinking I may have just, left the trade running, but no problem. Actually, what I'm trying to do is I really want to catch big moves, so practicing on that also. So like, I think if we break above and close above 156.055, then really think that the next candle can just, starts to go up. So we have 6 minutes here. Let's wait for the 6 more minutes, because cannot take a trade, I cannot take an impulse trade here, because all these candles closed below this, tried to move up but closed below this area. So don't want to take just this chance on Friday. So yeah, let's just go analyze gold here. Let's just check gold. Okay. Yeah, this was the trade. I took this trade here yesterday on GJ. Okay, so if we talk about gold, and then let's just go to the daily time frame, and let's just see where the major support and resistances level are. Let's just see this as a picture. So gold was moving up, right, and it just rejected this area over here and started to come all the way down, right, and it just, PS Core is saying fake out today in downside. In GBP JPY you're talking about? Okay, so gold was moving up, then it rejected this area over here and starts to move all the way down, right? And as we can see that this was the area where market just came up, rejected this area, went down, went up, broke the high, broke this resistance over here, tapped on this support, rejected this support, and eventually it just went up. Then the market just rejected this area, went all the way down to this support level over here, and again market just respected this area of support here, and now it's moving up again. So by looking at this information, we know one thing, that the trend of the market is up, right now gold is in a buy trend. So okay, so we know that the gold is in a buy trend. So but where do we take our trade now? So let's just find out, if we are moving up, then what will be our stop? Our stop means where the gold will be heading finally, to which level. Okay, so let's just see. And okay, so we are moving up here, and yeah, here this was another strong zone, because it has multiple touches, 1 touch, 2 touch, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And then again we have this wick here, the recent wick here, which was our 4th touch. So now we have just crossed above this area over here, and now gold is just, leaving this area behind, right? It was just consolidating at this zone, at this price over here, and now it's just leaving this area behind. So what does this mean? This means that the gold is just leaving this zone over here and eventually preparing itself to go up. Okay, so now we know if we go up, then let's see what do we have here to the upside. What will be our stop from for the gold? Okay, so let's just see. Let's just drop a trend line here and let's just drag this trend line. Okay, so we are eventually stopping at this level, I think. Yeah. So this is another level here. Okay, so now we know two things and two main things about gold. So gold was moving up. It just broke this level over here. Now it starts to go up. Now it's coming down, right? And it's making kind of small and weak bearish candles, which means that there might be a you know there might be end of the sell trend, small sell trend here, and it might just reject this area to move up. So now we know that if we are moving up and we are leaving this area behind, then we should be eventually moving up to this level at least, which is extremely far away, right? So let's just switch to so now and let's just switch to the smaller time frames and let's see how this the smaller time frames looks like. Okay, so by looking at the smaller time frames here, let's see if there is any information available. So according to the smaller time frames, the information we have is this area over here, this area. So this was the high created on gold, right? And it rejected this area multiple times over here, so this can be a support level for gold. Ajaz Khan is saying what time start time London session? Uh, according to the Eastern time, I think yeah. According to Eastern time, it's 4 a.m. Eastern, and according to Indian time, it's 1:30. Basically, I start trading at 1:30 in London. Okay, so yeah. So now, what do we see here is gold is starting to reject this area. The guys, the mistake we make is that we start to trade when the market is reaching at a strong support or resistance area, and we eventually end up losing that trade. So we should be trading when the market is moving away from that zone, because at that moment the market will be in the momentum. So this is our daily, right? This is our daily. We know this is our daily level of, what do we say now, support, and this is our 4 hour support area, right? Because we moved up, came down, rejected this area multiple times, and now eventually we can move up. Let's see what GJ has done here. Okay, look, GJ just rejected this area over here. Anyways, okay, so let's just go to the 1 hour time frame. So in the 1 hour time frame, what do we see here? We see here a long wick rejection at this point. Okay, so now we know that if the gold is moving up, then what will be the best point for us to take a trade? Okay, so look at this wick rejections over here. So market was coming down, moved up, created a wick over here, possibly rejected this area from the left and this area right, created another zone over here. Let's just do this here. Okay, so this has created another zone right here. So now we have some more information available here about the gold. We are not going to enter here, we are not going to enter here. Okay, so just hold on for a sec. Okay, so had a call. Okay, so yeah, so now we the goal is just rejecting this area over here, guys. Let me just tell you this thing that I wasn't, you know, uh, what do we say? We were not accessing the whole information till now, and from now onwards, we will be accessing the whole information, the more information here. And if you know about Uncle Ted, I am sure many people just know about Uncle Ted, right? So if you know about Uncle Ted, then this is the part of his strategy, which I am telling you right now. So if you have just seen his videos and everything, then you will get to know that how he trades. So by this method, we will be getting more accuracy in our trading, and this will be helping us a lot. So yeah. Okay, so now 1 hour area is just rejecting, rejected here, move down, rejected here, move down, rejected here, move down. Okay, so now it's now rejecting here, moved up. So now rejecting here, moving up. Okay, so how do we know that should we take a buy or sell today? Actually, right now we don't know. We really don't know about this thing over here. We might reject here and starts to move down. Okay, but we have this area over here. We have this support over here from the 4 hour. So if we starts to break down over here, right? If he starts to break down to this level and starts to, leaving that level behind, then we will get to know, okay, so now we have left the 4 hour level over here and might be moving down. But if we are moving down, then what should be the level? Okay, so now we will be finding some level in 4 hour, but I think that not will be the case, so will not go in that. Okay, so if gold starts to move up, then where should we take our trade? That's the big question. So I think this will be a good option to trade 33 pips. This will be a good option to trade 50 pips. So now let's just go to the 30 minutes, because this is the only information we have in the uh, 1 hour here. So if we go to the 30 minutes here, then let's see if we have something here in 30 minutes or not. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, so we have this wick rejection at this point, right? But this is not much. So yeah. Okay, so let's go to the 15 minutes here, and let's see what do we have here in the 15 minutes. Okay, so by looking at the left, above this area over here, okay, we have this clean range, which is a wick in the bigger time frames, as you know. So this clean range is our tradable range. This clean range over here, if we just go back to the bigger time frames, then you will see that, where is that? Okay, here. Then you will see that these wicks over here needs to get filled. So we will be trading accordingly. Let's go 5 minutes here. Let's see if we have some good area at that point to trade. Let's see. Okay. Gold is just moving up. Where is that area? Yeah. I think this clean range will be our tradable range. So this is around 14, 15, 16, 17 pips of range here. So once gold starts to enter this zone over here, that will be our trading zone for today. Because we really need to know that the gold will be really moving the gold will be really moving up or not. So if gold really needs to go up, then this area gold should be leaving behind and should be, moving far away. And when eventually gold will be entering this area over here, then we know that okay, so now the gold has just entered the tradable zone for us, which is the 1 minute wick fill from the left. Sorry, which is the 30-minute wick fill, or you can say 1 hour wick fill right here. And there the wick is the clean range on the 1 minute. Understand this. The wick is the clean range in the 1 minute. So we will wait for gold to enter this zone and then we will take a trade. Because if gold starts to move up, then it should be eventually moving to this area over here, which is around 32 pips. And then above this area we have this whole region to fill up. This whole region here, 45 pips. Which is clean area in 30 minutes. Let's go to the 5 minutes here. Let's see, what do we have? Yeah, the clean range in 1 minute here. Look, 35 pips. This clean range. So we'll be accessing all the available information from now and not be taking trades just like that. If we enter this area today, only then we will be trading. Otherwise, I won't be taking any trades. Yeah. So, but for GBP JPY, it's already in the wick fill region, and I think it should be moving with volume today. And there's one more thing about GBP JPY. I really think that if GBP JPY breaks and close above this level over here, then we will be having around 40-45 pips of range to cover up, and it should be covering that range very fast. So might be holding to trade. Yeah, because really now this area here should be the area. Why is risky day Monday or Friday for trader? Because look at this like that. I'll just explain this to you. Look, when a candle starts, let's say you have a daily candle, right? Let's say you have this daily candle here, just starting here, right? This is your, suppose this is your start of your daily candle. So this is Monday, right? So on Monday, Monday the market just opens up few sessions having the volume, and that too not much volume, right? So because of the less volume of on Monday, it becomes risky to trade, because at Monday sometimes the most of the times the range is very less, because on Monday you can say that this is supposingly this is the weekly candle, right? Not daily. Suppose this is the weekly. So on Monday it may just move like this, right? And on Tuesday it may move like this, creating an upper wick over here, starts to move down, right? And maybe on Wednesday it just starts to move up again, creating a lower wick, and eventually after Wednesday the candlestick gets the direction in the market. So after Wednesday it went up, and maybe on Thursday it retraces back a little bit, and maybe on Friday, if there is volume, it may move more fast to create a big candle. But if there is no volume on Friday also, then it may just close like this. So this is how candlestick moves according to the days. So that's why midweeks I think I deleted something. Okay. So midweek candles are really strong candles to trade. That's why we all say that Monday and Friday are the risky days, because Monday the market has just opened and on Friday the market is about to close. So that's why. That's why. Can you just look at this from Asian session, pre-Asian session, pre-London session, now London session. It's just consolidating. And I also think that if it just breaks down, then it can just starts to move down and eventually correct this move to the upside. But what I can see as a wick fill area on the weekly or the daily, I think it should be moving up at least to this shadow area, last shadow area around 50, 40, 50 pips, and that's all we need for our trade. Yeah, I really think that this should be tapping to the 50 pips up. TN Fat, hello, how are you? Haven't seen you in NY session yesterday. Yeah, I didn't do NY session yesterday. So this is the idea for GBP JPY. Once we break and close above, we'll be taking buys. And right now there is no, no nothing here for me to sell GBP JPY. So maybe I will think about selling GBP JPY once once it crosses below this area and eventually below this area, because once GBP JPY crosses below this area over here, then there is a huge clean range to fill up. So yeah, but I really think that this should be moving up. Okay, so what do we have here? Let's see. Gold. Okay, so in the gold here, let's go to the weekly. Okay, I get it. It's moving up to fill that wick. This wick. And according to the daily, this is the clean range according to daily time frame. And it should be moving up from here to fill this area. What should be the trading zone for us? In the 4 hour, this wick over here, rejection. Alright. So in gold, I think we will be seeing volume extreme volume. Okay. So in gold for today, this will be the first trading range here from 1901.50 to 1903.50, 21 pips of range. So we'll be waiting for gold to move up and then we'll be executing trades. Yeah, that will be the idea. Okay, let's see what do we have here. This is, if we go to the smaller time frames, then this is the clean range. 5 minute. 5 minute is also okay, so there is this problem in 5 minutes here. This is the problem. What are your tips for new traders? What would you have done better if you had chance to start it again? Well, only few tips are there for the new traders, that just make sure that you take you know take good knowledge and just grab as much as knowledge you can and just get a good mentor for you, because really it's really important to get a good mentor for yourself. It's just not that I have a course and I am just promoting my course here by telling you this. No, it's not like that. It's just you can just go for anyone. It's just not me. There are so many mentors available in the market, and you can go for anyone. But the thing I'm telling you this is because you know you should have someone who can tell you how exactly you should move or how exactly you should start, right? You should have some material with yourself to which you can just have a look every day. And if you have any problem with you facing in trading, right, then you can just go through that material again and again and just you know journal your trades, and just by going through that material again and again, and you can just slowly and steadily you will be eliminating all the mistakes you are doing. So that can be possible if you have a good mentor, right? So first thing I would just like to say that you should just get a good mentor for yourself. Look, and some people will say that it's too expensive to have a mentor, or it's too expensive to do a course, but the thing is the knowledge you will get, that will be you know that will be very precious, and that will be from the bottom of from the core of the forex, because the person who is teaching you, and just don't go for those mentors who are just showing you millions of dollars and LV bags and everything. I'm just literally not talking about those scammers and those mentors. I'm talking about good mentors like Raja, like Uncle Ted, like these people, and the who show you the results, who trades with you every day. They show you their trades and everything. So just go for those mentors. Just go for those mentors. You need to invest one time, but the amount of knowledge you will be getting, that will be precious, and that will be helping you to go ahead in forex in day to day life, right? So just have a good mentor. First advice is that, and second advice is, uh, whenever you start trading, don't start with the full capacity of your capital. Supposingly you have $1,000 to invest, and you need to start trading, right? You want to start trading, then just invest $500 from that. Just do that. Trust me, this will literally help you being a good trader. Why? Because if you lose that $500, then till the time you will be trading that $500, and till the time you will be losing that, you will be getting knowledge. You will be getting knowledge, and you will left with 500 more safe with you to trade when you know things, when you know how to trade. So you can make those 500 back from those 500 you which has left with you. I'm not talking about Daniel Savage. I literally don't know anything about him, but I think he's a gulag, even though he has done market fluidity. So yeah. And the third tip I want to give traders is that just don't overtrade, don't over risk, and just trade in only in those regions where you are most comfortable. Just don't trade in all the regions. Like, let me just show you this here. Like, supposingly, you can say that we have this clean area here, right? But I'm not planning to trade this area. Why? Because I want to take that trade in the best area, in the best probability zone. So this is best probability zone for me. This is best probability zone for me, because I know when the market starts to move into these areas, the market will show momentum. this will show momentum, and when I take a trade, it will be most probable region to take a trade because my trade gets hit within few seconds. That's the probability there. It might not get hit, but the probability is more of hitting the trade. Which pair do you like to trade? Yeah, so Nishal, that's the uh, few tips I just want to give everybody, for especially to the new traders. So PS God is saying, which pair do you like to trade and why do you choose it? Well, just GBP, JPY, and gold are the two pairs. Why I chose these pairs? Because the pip value of these pairs are the highest. I would not say the highest, but really good. The spread also low in these pairs because these pairs are the most traded pairs in the world. Most of the traders trade GBP, JPY, and gold. That's why, you know, being a cross currency pair, the spread is low in this pair because, uh, you know, every day huge transactions take place, huge amount of traders just trade these currencies. So whenever a currency is traded in, in huge numbers, then the spread will be low because there will be volume, right? So that's why the spread is low, pip value is high. Pip value is something like, supposingly, just take this candle over here, this is gold. So one candle is of about 18-19 pips. So this is the pip value. If this is Euro USD instead of gold, then this candle can be just of 7-8 pips. So that's the difference in pip value here. So yeah, that's the point of choosing these pairs. And when these pairs moves literally very fast, so which helps us to take trade and keep SL above the high of the current or the previous candle, and we anticipate that in the one single candle our trade gets hit. So that we can expect in these pairs only. So these are the some advantages of trading these pairs, and that's why I chose this. So yeah. Okay, so okay, daily time frame is also having this wick to be filled. In GBP, oh, this is gold. Okay, in gold, let's see. Oh, this is GBP JPY. Yeah. I really think that gold should be moving up. Really, really think that. So we'll be waiting for a good area to trade in gold. So this is the area here. Let's just mark this area. This is the high of the wick. This is the end of the wick. Let's go to 4 hour. Okay, so this is the area here. So this area looks like clean area according to 4 hour. Okay, so if we go to the 4 hour, then we have another wick here. So if gold moves up and crosses above this area, then this wick can be filled also. So what do we have here? Let's just go here. Okay. Okay, this wick. Let's see. Alright, that wick is small in this FXCM terminal. But there is this wick over here. I have marked it here. Okay. This is around 30-minute time frame is having this wick. Okay, so this wick also can be filled. Yeah. And if we go to 1 hour here, what do we have? So according to the 1 hour, it looks like that gold might move up above this area. So yeah. So guys, this is the final area here. I think yeah, should be trading this area. 1908.02, 1908.04, yeah, same area. And you will see today when gold starts to move up, it will be filling all these wicks. So just we will just try to grab a trade at that point. Okay, so in GBJPY, 2 hour candle can fill this wick over here and come all the way down to this level. So yeah, but the thing is that will be a trade in consolidation zone, so not looking for these kinds of trades. So there is this thing here in GBJPY. If GBJPY moves below this region over here, enters this region over here, then we can see a sell in GBJPY. This is 14 pips of range. So yeah, that will be the idea, and that will be the wick fill in 45 minutes. Yes, that will the wick fill in 45 minutes, and then we can start to move down. There is, yeah, that's the idea here. Because look, it went up, came down, rejected this area, and shoots up. So now if GBPJPY rejects this area here and starts to leave this area and starts to eventually come down, break this support over here, and then when it starts to move down, then the most probable point for GBPJPY to go to is this here. 155.515 will be the point, and if we calculate this wick over here, then this wick will be around 14 pips, so we can easily grab our pips out of that. So yeah, so we have our sell area here, sells below this area. Gold has just created this liquidity grab over here. Can reject this area to move up, and when it starts to go up, and it will eventually go to this level. Gold for our chart is different from your broker. What should we do when we take a trade? We should take trade as per trading view or our broker chart. Look, it totally depends on you. Basically, when you will be taking a trade, you take a trade only based off one single chart. You can follow this or you can follow that. So I will be taking a trade according to this chart here only. Trading view. You just need to have one single chart with you to execute trades. So gold moves like it just moves up, come down, moves up, come down, moves up, come down, moves up, consolidates, moves up, come down, should move up. Let me just show you how powerful wick fills are. Okay, so yeah. So there is this 4-hour wick. This one. Okay, let's go to 30 minutes. So okay, so I think market just this for a candle was started at 1. This here. So this area over here was a wick on the 4-hour, right? And this candle over here, this is the start of new 4-hour candle. 30-minute candle is the start of the new 4-hour candle, right? So it just came down, closed bearish. So what could be our trade in gold yesterday? So our trade could be when the next candle, this is according to 30 minutes, right? When the next candle starts to break the low of this 30-minute candle over here, this could be your trade. And if you just took this trade, this just fell all the way down to 26 pips by filling this wick over here in 30 minutes and the wick in the 4-hour. That's why wick fills are really important. Obviously we could just not took this trade in 30 minutes because the stops will be very high. Let's see, yeah, 28 pips. So we could have just break down this to lower time frames to execute the trade. Okay. GJ is just coming down here. Hmm. Okay. So the so in gold, there's another thing here. If gold broke below this support over here in the 4 hour, which is 1889.66, then what should be uh, our you know reaching point in gold after we break this? So when gold starts to break down, there will be no trade. Our trade will be when gold starts to fill this wick over here, these wicks. So our trade will not be here, not be here. Our trade will be inside this region, filling the wick in the 4 hour. So let's see how this looks like on the smaller time frames. Look, in the smaller time frames, it's look like the clean range. Look at this area over here. It looks like exactly the clean ranges we talk about every day. So this clean range will be the trade, not this range, only this range. Enzo, hi, I'm new to trading. How would you identify the no trade zones? Okay. Look, no trade zones are the zones in which we don't take any trade. Why? Because there is no range to trade, or the market is consolidating like it's right now. It's just consolidating. So that's why this is a no trading zone. And why this is the trading zone here, sells below this area. Why? Because we were expecting market to come down and fill this wick over here. So yeah, I was just talking about the zones over here. So why this is a selling zone? Because we are anticipating this wick to be filled, and if we see this wick in the smaller time frame, let's see to the 30 minutes here. In the 30 minutes, you will see that this is the clean range. This is the clean range to trade, right? We have this clean range below this area over here, but the thing is, we forget this zone over here. So to take a sell trade, we really want market to go down and just then it should drop, because we have this clean range and this zone here. So really need to take care about this thing over here. And why this area above this area is the buy thing? Because sorry, because in the bigger time frames we have a wick formed on the daily and the weekly time frame. So we are anticipating that those wicks will be get filled in the smaller time frames also. So as we have started rallied to move up in GBJPY since yesterday, the market is now started to fill those wicks. Let me just show you another chart over here. Yeah, this is the chart here. So yeah, this is the daily time frame in GBP/JPY. Look, this gray region you can see here is the wick coming from the left. Let's just go to the left and I'll show you. Okay, this is, yeah, this is the weekly. You can see here this wick here. I have marked this region. Then if I go to the smaller time frames, so I'll be getting a clean range in this region to trade. So that's why buys should be above this area. Plus there is another thing here. The market just went up since yesterday. So if market just break and close above this area, then because of the yesterday's volume, we can move more up. So that's why this area is really important to break and close above. Because look how the candles are trying to break below, break up, but they are getting failed to do so, because right now there is no volume in the market. So that's why it's just not moving. And to move the market up or down, we need some volume. So that's why. The previous candle of gold is telling us a story that I am not comfortable in going down, so I have just rejected that area and I just left a long wick to the downside. This is the message this candle is giving us, and which is another sign of going up by rejecting this area again and starts to go up eventually. So yeah. I think GJ is just getting some volume before moving up. Hello Mohammed, how are you? Prince Abby, how can you move up and down on MT4 chart like trading view? Okay, I'll just show that. Sorry for late join. What's news? Have friends? Nothing much. It's just nothing right now. No trades. Just waiting. Should we only enter a trade if a breakout occurs? Enzo, it totally depends because sometimes we take impulse entries. In impulse entries, we don't wait for a candle to break and close above. We just take the trade when the highs are broken or the lows are broken, and when when there are when there is not much confirmation, so we wait for a break and close above of the candle for the confirmations. So it totally depends upon the trading setup you are using and everything you are doing in that thing. So it totally depends upon your trading style. Okay, so Prince Abby, let me just show you how to do that. Let's just go. Okay, so yeah, this is gold 30 minutes. You will be just right click on it, go to the properties. This is scale fix, just check it. Okay, and click OK. And when you will just drag this up, this will be moving like this, and for down this will be moving like this, and same for this here. This will be zooming in, zooming out. So this is how you can just use this thing same as trading view. You're welcome. Okay, so if this candle closes bearish, then I think that if the next candle breaks the low of this candle here, then I think at that point gold can move down to fill the wick in 4 hour. Because we have 2 wicks here to fill. So let's see. Plus this is the low and gold tested this high, so it can, let's see here. Yeah, I really think that gold can move down at that point. Okay, so let's check where should be our stops here. Stops can be above the high of the previous 15-minute candle or this 5-minute candle over here. But we'll be only executing this trade if only if this candle breaks this low over here. Let's look at the higher time frames. So now the candle, since the candle has just moved up here, and if this creates a liquidity grab over here, then, and if that candle breaks the low, then there is a very high chance that it can move down to test the low again. But if this candle breaks the high, then this idea will be invalid, because then the candle can go anywhere. So at that point won't be taking this trade. Then it can eventually move up to this level. Let's see. 3 minutes has just passed away in this candle. Because it has just came up to this level over here, rejected this area, and now it's, and the next candle just rejected this area also and closed bearish. So that's the idea here, that because if this candle then breaks the low over here, then it can move down. Let's see. Okay, so it's just rejecting this area also, and maybe it will be coming down. So once this candle breaks the low, we'll be taking sells. I just took a sell trade here at this point. Kept my stop loss above the high of the current candle and take profit all the way down. So let's see if it if this will go down or not. So now as this candle breaks the low over here, and if this candle reverses back, I'll be closing half of the trade here at this point. Okay, 5 minute candle just closed bearish. So let's see how this 5 minute candle starts to print here. If this 5 minute candle breaks the high of the previous 5 minute candle, we'll be closing half. At this point, just close the half of the position here. Let's see. I'll be closing another half at this point over here. Maybe it's a pullback and will continue bullish. Yeah, maybe because it can also be a pullback because but I took this trade according to the 4 hour and 30 minutes. So let's see. I think I think it, I really think that it should be continue moving down. But let's see if it goes or not. If it doesn't go, then we'll be managing risk here. Pulak, there is nothing in GJ right now, as GJ is just consolidating. So 15-minute candle is about to close here in gold. Alright, so 15-minute candle has just closed here. Let's see. 15-minute candle just closed like a weak bullish candle. So the idea remains the same here. If this candle breaks this high over here, then we'll be closing 50% again, and if not, and if it continues to go down, then that's the thing we are hoping for. The volume in gold is just died here. It's just moving nowhere. Okay, starts to move up finally. On 1 hour time frame, double bottom. Yes, I know that. But the thing is, I think on the 4 hour time frame here, we can have a wick fill to the downside. So that's the idea for this trade. But if that doesn't happen, then no problem. I'll just manage my risk here. But the thing is, it should move somewhere actually. Move up or down somewhere. But right now it's just stuck. Was really anticipating for gold to just go down and fill the wick. So before entering, we are waiting for a breakout candle and retest. Not every time. Not every time. Supposingly, a candle just closes far away from the support or resistance level. So in that case, you can just wait for a retest to happen, and then you can enter the trade. But if the candle is closing at the support or at the resistance, then you can execute impulse entries. And if the candle closes not too far from support or resistance at the time, you can just wait for the lower wick or upper wick to form, and then execute accordingly. So it depends totally upon the setup you are having. Finally, it's moving up. Okay, it's not moving up. So I have closed another half here at this point. Okay, so 5 minute candle just closed with no wick. 4 minutes left for 30 minute candle to close. 15 minute candle is still moving up. Let's see. So if this candle breaks this high over here, we'll be closing everything. Chance to buy gold TP 1900. Is a retest same as a correction? Is a retest same as a correction? Yeah, you can say that. Isn't it a retest to go down on short time frame? Yes, that's why I just took this sell trade over here. Because I was really thinking that according to the 4 hour time frame, gold should be moving down because in the 4 hour it has to fill the wick. But right now it just rejected that area and starts to move up. So I have just closed almost all the positions into my trade because of managing losses. So now the last position running, I'm running with my last position, and I think that this should be the point here when I will be closing my last position. So yeah. How long you have been trading there? 3 plus years. Okay, 30-minute candle just closed here, and it closed a weak bullish candle. So if this candle crosses above this area over here, then we'll be closing everything. Do you mostly trade the 5-minute chart? No, I don't trade 5-minute chart mostly. Uh, I took this trade on 5-minute chart on gold because of the big stop loss. To manage the risk, I am using this 5-minute chart over here. What is your favorite pairs? Gold and GBP/JPY. I'm on short side with 1891 first TP. 1891. Okay, yeah, that can be achieved. But the thing is, it's just rejecting this area over here. So, looking for the same thing over here, because if it crosses below this area, then should be moving down. Will you add position if it breaks down? No, I don't add. I will not add any positions at this point. Or if it starts to move down also, then I won't be adding positions. Because right now I have this is not so good trade for me, because it has just rejected this area, volume is not there, so no point of adding positions. Because it was showing just some volume, and right now it's dead, nothing here. Maybe at the New York Open or pre-New York session there will be some volume, but right now there is nothing in gold. Looks like no major volumes. Yeah, that's the problem here. There is no volume right now. The in 30 minutes candle, in this previous 30-minute candle, there was volume here, but now the volume is just gone. Maybe if on the 15 minutes it rejects this area over here and starts to move down and break its own low, then we might see some volume here to push down, but right now, really nothing. This big wick here on 5 minutes is a liquidity grab over here. So to go up, the market has to just cross above this wick to continue moving up. So that's why I've just kept my stop loss above this wick over here and managing my risk with the candles. So currently there is just nothing is happening in gold. So if the current 5-minute candle breaks this low over here, then eventually it can fill this wick on the 5 minute and can starts to go down, but only if it breaks this low. Bro, are you selling gold now? Yes, I'm into a sell position right now, but I have closed around 90% of the trade already, so just 10% of the trade is running at this point. Okay, GBP JPY is about to break below. There is chance to go up on gold. Yeah, there is a chance also to go up because you know right now we really cannot say anything because it's just consolidating right now. So I was expecting volume to push the price down when this candle printed bearish, but what happened is the previous candle just closed a weak bullish and this candle is just doing nothing right now, and this has just created a lower wick, I think, and can move up also. So it's very hard to say anything on gold right now. Because in 30 minutes these candles rejected this area over here which was rejected previously, so that's why I took a sell trade when this candle broke the low. But The thing is, it just started consolidating and it just went nowhere. You're welcome. But I still think that, I don't know why, but I still think in the 4-hour chart, gold should be, filling these wicks over here. And if not, and it just starts to go up, then there is no stopping for gold. It will be going up then. You think we make quick entry for sell trade? No, I really don't think so. Because there was a logic behind this trade over here. So I really don't think that was a quick entry or wrong entry. It just maybe the probability was not there. Because also if you will see the 30-minute time frame, then you will see that uh, in 30 minutes it just made a lower low. So that's why I was thinking that if that made a lower low, then it should be tapping that low again. So that was the whole idea. Okay, so guys, I have just closed my full position here because really seeing nothing here in gold. So, and it's been already 2 hours here. So okay, so let's take a leave from the London session and let's meet on Monday. So enjoy your weekend, everybody, and take care. Stay in good health, and just let's meet on the London session on Monday. So take care, everybody. Have a good day.